local experience.
Certainly. All of the other lands, great experience. If you have a chance to go to a land that's not your own local, it's honestly a great experience. I've been to Booyah Bay personally. Super fun time. TOs there are also great. Most of the time, TOs are good. Anyways, we'll be loading into the game and not able to see fully just yet for us commentators. Uh, but we're able to see the
There we
comps
go.
now. There we go. We see Long Gal, Dynamo, Splash, and Bucket on the side if we aren't practicing. And there's another Dynamo and a Sword, Bucket, and also another Gal. Lots of Gals, lots of Dynamos. Neutral scrap, but two already went down when we aren't practicing. MEGAMIKE FANCLUB is trying to push in. Nerd stops someone, gets traded out. Bloodbath, but it looks like we are mostly in MEGAMIKE FANCLUB's control. This is their push to start the tower.
Immediate acceleration from both teams, and I'm I'm having a hard time following. However, you can tell that there's a lot of dedication happening here, and a lot of these teams know that they're playing for everything.
Definitely. We're seeing a lot of commitment to fights and able to finish them, getting multiple trades out at a time usually. We see Chud Maxler, one hell of an aim on Bucket, clearing ramps, but goes down. So far, this tower is at 67. We're reaching the first checkpoint. This one is a tough one to break sometimes. Dynamo going down on the... So that's 3 down for MEGAMIKE FANCLUB. It is, we aren't practicing, has gained control. They have ended the push successfully. Now we're just seeing the Stamper on MEGAMIKE just ratting around, trying to see if it can find anyone. Finds the Bucket, but Kronos gets pinched because they were looking back towards it. That was one heck of a flank from MEGAMIKE Stamper. Certainly something that really propelled them forward with it.
Yeah, in a moment, in the blink of an eye, MEGAMIKE FANCLUB manages to completely flip the advantage stage here. And they're still keeping their push going.
Yeah, we can see just the tower, but you can see off screen there's a vac shot that just got fired and a crab. Unfortunately, those specials weren't enough to... It seems like it was able to get some picks eventually. We aren't practicing is slowly pushing out, but they've cleared it. This is the second time that we've got a good, clean defense from We Aren't Practicing. Now we just got to see if their offense is going to be. Are they going to catch this Stamper that's coming on the left alley? We have 2 dropping for them. It looks like they're fighting. Whoa. Stamper takes out the Splash, but gets traded out by Kronos. This is like, we can see We Aren't Practicing. A is starting to see some of the habits, but MEGAMIKE FANCLUB is still getting away with some of the same stunts that they're trying to pull.
Yeah, something that I noticed not too long ago is that they managed, while they lost the tower after getting the checkpoint, they all managed to stay alive. They all jumped out. They all kept their specials.
Exactly, and that's huge in a match like this. The special economy is very important to getting pushes started and ending. We Aren't Practicing has been going down a lot, which means they don't have as much resources to help them on their defenses, which means they have to bleed even more points. At this point, they kind of have that time because the MEGAMIKE FANCLUB has already made it to 53, so they don't need to worry about them getting that point anymore. Gives them a little bit of time. We're now into a 2v2. Match has kind of gone back into a neutral state with the tower slowly coming back to middle. We see Goldie on the Gal just holding space, sharking. They push down a wall, tries to block something, does get caught by Nerd's Dynamo. Strikes coming out to hopefully continue the push for We Aren't Practicing. They are continuing, but they aren't practicing. And Dynamo flick off. Great job, Nerd.
Here comes the momentum that they've been searching for. Can they keep it? The checkpoint is coming out. And hold, and there's the lead swap with the vac out and the tacticaler ready.
Yeah, this is going to be huge points for We Aren't Practicing. That vac just secured so many points. They've gotten past the second checkpoint. This is the point that a team wants to be in. It holds a strong lead. They're doing the same thing. The ramp, yeah. And then there, we see Kronos just stalling the tower as much as possible, living, moving. That is the power of a shooter, everyone. Staying alive well past their expiration date. And we see the push has ended, though. MEGAMIKE FANCLUB starting to push back and take back their court. Last 40 seconds.
I am in awe. That is the best way I can describe it. I am in awe. Everyone is putting their all into this. Everyone is moving extremely fast with their weapons. Everyone knows what they are trying to do and their win conditions.
Exactly, and as we're going into the last 20 seconds, MEGAMIKE Fanclub is trying to brawl and scrap their way back onto the tower, but a fact coming out from Kronos is letting them kind of keep the space. They have 10 seconds left. I don't know if they can make it to this tower, but they've got to find some way for them to move. With the crab out, it's going to be extremely hard to get in there. Strikes coming out as well. Goldie trying to make a last stand is not able to make it to the tower at all, and that is game 1 for We Aren't Practicing.
Incredible.
It's just
Oh,
such
goodness.
that lead swap on the ramp. I wasn't expecting it. You know, we've been seeing We Aren't Practicing was been like staggering, not staggering all the time, but they had to wait a lot because they kept going down. And whereas like you have MEGAMIKE Fanclub, they're jumping out, they're keeping their specials, they're staying alive, and that was huge for them keeping the sustain going. But finally, once We Aren't Practicing, it just clicked. They got the picks they needed, and then you had a vac, and I was like, it's not overkill, but it secures you so many more points. Lead swap. There's no time for MEGAMIKE Fanclub to do anything. They have to both push them out of their own core and then take all of the space. That's one of the things with the nature of an objective-based shooter like Splatoon and the way these objectives are done. It's like you not only have to push your own lead, you have to undo everything the other team did, which in the last minute is so hard. And we're having trouble seeing the weapon screen again, but Scorch Gorge, Rainmaker, both teams are loading out. We see a V10 coming out from Kronos. I don't think anything changes on MEGAMIKE Fanclub's side. Oh, the screen switched again. All right. And we come back to a Bucket V10 matchup. Both of them kind of go away, but the V10 does get picked off by someone else, it looks like. Kind of a 3v3, still in neutral game state. We see a lot of orange paint, though, or at least a little bit more than purple. No one's in any clear advantage, except for now that the 2 down for MEGAMIKE Fanclub. This is We Aren't Practicing, starting to try and get their push, but the Bucket is able to live. Crazy fight, still living, still fighting. I think MEGAMIKE Fanclub was able to hold on there.
Yeah, the first push in Scorch Gorge Rainmaker always takes a while to get going, but once it does, it becomes a very back and forth game mode.
It especially, definitely. Even on that ramp, and as we see like the strikes coming out, we are trying to hold on to this ramp as much as possible. Bran getting Aura, jumping out, finds the Rainmaker and lives. Wonderful play, proccing Aura, getting everything. That is just going to have some huge momentum for We Aren't Practicing. They're feeling the adrenaline from that. They're going to keep pushing up. Now we see We Aren't Practicing trying to push up to elbow. Not able to see too much on the check, but we got Goldie and Chud Maxer on Bucket and Gal just holding space. They aren't able to do too much, but we know We Aren't Practicing can't get to that check until they get some picks and clear some people.
2 down on the side of MEGAMIKE Fanclub, so this is a good chance for We Aren't Practicing to break that checkpoint.
Which they do.
But unfortunately, they do lose the advantage immediately, which means that they cannot snowball it as much as they probably would have liked to.
Certainly, and this is a little bit of a precarious position because while breaking check is important, not being able to get pass check leads it for a very volatile kind of lead swap could happen.
Yes. Yeah, the choke point before the first checkpoint is very strong, but it is good to have a bit more of padding for in case the enemy team manages to counter push you after you manage to break their checkpoint.
Definitely, and we've got Nerdy at home. I believe that's how you say the Stamper's name. Oh, they went down with the Rainmaker. And We Aren't Practicing means business. They are taking back the space like nobody's business. Ricky and Bran able to find that pinch on the Gal. We're kind of looking at mid, not able to see too much of what's happening. We need to get over towards the check of the other team. We see, oh my goodness, and we see We Aren't Practicing is going for the Rainmaker's stall. The thing that makes this game mode really boring at the higher levels you are. But, you know, that's how they play to win. This game is a set, no takebacks, no keeps, or all keepsies.
Yeah, it's a legitimate strategy as the saying goes.
Definitely. Nurse just holding the Rainmaker right down that timer, and Goldie's trying to get it, still doesn't get the fight. Now, here's the thing. I can't see Nurse counter especially, but he does need to die to the other team at some point. Otherwise, the Rainmaker resets, I believe, if I have my rules correct.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, so we're holding in this, but at some point, they kind of want to let someone kill it. I think, at least, unless that's not their game plan.
impression that they started stalling a little too early. I noticed the first thing that I did when they grabbed the Rainmaker was see the timer. And if it's not within a minute, then you are going to have to do another stall tactic.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this last minute, I wonder if that could have been a mistake for them stalling that early, or at least not letting the Rainmaker die to one of their team. Because now we see MEGAMIKE FANCLUB is able to get close to check. Yeah, they were able to break it. This is a 1 point lead, 40 seconds left. It's going to be hard to believe that MEGAMIKE FANCLUB doesn't get this. Now it's how far can they get this before they die.
Ooh,
Goldie with a few well-placed squid rolls, able to get around the tent. What an amazing push. What an amazing lead swap. We aren't practicing. All eyes are on you as we try and see what push can even be made here.
These games, oh my goodness. But it's not over yet. There's still 12 seconds in the clock. Can we get overtime here?
10 seconds left, just waiting. GG strikes are being pushed, if not a bit early. We see Ricky trying to push, trying to pick up the Rainmaker. Doesn't pick it up, but with no one from We Aren't Practicing picking up the Rainmaker, they fall victim to their own early stall.
That is the second time that in this series that we see a comeback victory.
I wouldn't even call it a comeback victory. These are happening in like maybe like the last 2 minutes or so, and I think that's not like that's not like the time crunch. But I think these teams need to be a lot more methodical about when they decide to play on their defense, because these lead swaps are nothing but volatile.
This series is absolute cinema, and we are going into Game 3 with Clamblitz in Inkblood Art Academy.
Both teams are at a game score of 1-1. Best of 7 set. A team needs 4 wins to take home the finals and the first place. Both teams coming out, nothing too different. We see the audience. We should do that for the next game. Goldie opening up through bats, just getting paint up, getting some clams. This is something I like to see. We're getting early clams because they know they'll need them once they get the space.
Yes.
So far, no one going down. Kronos pushing really far up with the tent. Looks like they're staying there, just trying to get anything. Oh, and as the Dynamo's looking away, the Crab's able to take it. Beautiful attention taking by Kronos. That's how a skirmisher works. Notice we're on the S tent with a Zuka for able to some continuation. We see the Dynamo from MEGAMIKE FANCLUB isn't able to get the jump out. This is great space for Team We Aren't Practicing. And we need to go over at the other basket. We cannot see the action. Now we're here. We see Kronos with a Zuka out. And then a wipeout. This is all for We Aren't Practicing. All their scores.
Ooh, and they're setting up camp. They are getting comfy. They're taking their shoes off. they are here to win. Oh.
They're making it homely for themselves, but Goldie's saying, nuh-uh, this is not your home. Get out of it. I'm not worrying about squatters' rights.
These are the finals.
These are the finals indeed. We see MEGAMIKE FANCLUB gets a respectable defense out, and We Aren't Practicing does not get as far of a push as they'd like.
And MEGAMIKE FANCLUB manages to push forward very quickly after cleaning up the push from We Aren't Practicing.
Definitely. And seeing Brand's Crab on right stack wasn't able to get much. We see 2 over here on the right side from We Aren't Practicing trying to push in. Looks like MEGAMIKE FANCLUB has been on the back foot this entire time.
Yeah, We Aren't Practicing is splitting the tension of MEGAMIKE FANCLUB so much and just overwhelming them with pressure from every single angle.
Yeah, but we also got to remember that MEGAMIKE FANCLUB is no one to snuff at. And we can definitely see a volatile lead swap, especially if We Aren't Practicing isn't able to make another push. We saw how stalling worked out for them last set, but maybe they stall a little bit smarter and a little bit easier. It could work out. Dynamite calling for the jump in. Crazy squid roll. Still dies to Brand. That, great mechanical showing there.
I love seeing mechanical shows of movement in this game. They're mesmerizing to watch. And there's wall of paint from the Dynamo.
Dynamo read after Dynamo read, and it leads to that trade. Got some specials online here, all getting used mostly. Strikes trying to hold him back, wasn't able to create too much space for them. We see Crab on the right stacks. Nori at home is pushing as far as they can up to it. Goes down though, as like it's kind of hard to single-handedly push a Crab and a tent back.
Yeah.
But Goldie's got whales going out. Maybe this will help. Chud Maxer on the. That's gonna be a funny name. And I think it might be Mike on. I'm assuming that might be Mike on Dynamo. If we see, okay, MEGAMIKE Fan Club taking left stacks. They are taking the space here. We've got specials ready. Strikes going in. There's also a zip that could be coming out at any second. Bucket fight on the left.
Ooh.
Oh, and Ricky gets the over-the-wall shot. Bucket supremacy, if, like,
Reed.
seriously. 2 going down on MEGAMIKE Fan Club. Oh, my goodness. Kovalent, tell us what's happening even now.
I am struggling to keep up, but it seems like we are practicing is making another push and widening their lead. But can they actually follow up on this? Or are they giving them a pity clam? It seems like it's the latter.
Yeah.
And now, many things are happening at once. I'm making noises. So many thoughts. All right, they're gathering clams to make their push. Unfortunately, they do get stopped, and that power climb seems to be gone. But that doesn't mean that we aren't practicing. Gets free control of mid.
Correct. As we see, MEGAMIKE Fan Club, we're in this last minute. They still have their pity clam. Now, most teams will keep their pity clam till the very last second, because ideally you want to guarantee yourself overtime. That team is most likely going to be doing this. Zip coming out from the Stamper.
Ooh, 2 down.
Takes the attention
3
for
down.
the bucket. What is happening? Oh, so much attention taking. Goldie makes the power clam. Unable to escape the strikes. MEGAMIKE Fan Club is 2 down. The clam did not make it in. 11 seconds. They still have power. They still have overtime. But this is going to be an uphill battle. If only it's going to be easier to swap the lead here. They just need, I think, they just need a power and a handful of clams here.
That would have been the lead.
It would have been the lead, and they missed the clam. But we still got overtime.
They have time.
They still. Nerd gets a crucial flick, trying to find the area on the bats. They have a power clam jump. I don't know if we're gonna. And it wasn't quick enough.
It wasn't.
It wasn't quick enough. Here we see the effects of. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wasn't quick enough. I'd argue that might be a stealth jump nerf issue.
Oh my gosh.
We from 11.0. My team got hit by that last SeaBATTLE, so. I guess we only see it fit that it happens to another team here, I guess.
Holy.
Tragic. If they were just ever so closer, they would have gotten a lead swap. Crazy.
These games are incredible. On the finals for a LAN that is also the qualifier for a championship. The pressure is high.
Pressure is high. Anything can happen. We're loading into Mako Mart zones. Unable to see the screen again, but we're looking at the comps, trying to find them. If we can get the screen up, we have it up. We see Tent, Dynamo, Splash Bucket. Same thing from We Aren't Practicing. MEGAMIKE Fan Club, the same comps. These are the comps they know. They're going to keep playing it into each other. So they're so back and forth. There's not really a reason to switch. The zone isn't anyone's color specifically. The Bucket is waiting, trying to find someone, painting where it needs to. And I think with some specials spent, we might see a cap here. One going down from MEGAMIKE Fan Club. We Aren't Practicing has the advantage. Not anymore, as we're in a 3v3 neutral. Down to a 3v2. MEGAMIKE Fan Club takes the first zone capture. Only for a few ticks, gets it back. And now we're in clear control. Now we know what's happening here. It's certainly such a scrappy opening from both teams. And even still scrappy, it feels like the opening is still happening.
And here comes the strikes to keep the pressure on the attackers. I guess so, right?
Yes, yeah, pressure from the attackers. Crab coming out. They've got strikes ready. I don't know if they have the numbers to follow up on it, though. You see the Dynamo fighting with the Stamper. Stamper gets a double, but takes the trade. This is going to be really hard for We Aren't Practicing to keep pushing in.
Yeah, unfortunately for We Aren't Practicing, MEGAMIKE FANCLUB has a very oppressive control of their sack.
Certainly, but with a key pick from Brand, that might just let them get in. We see a zone flip at 15 ticks. That is zones. That is Splatoon 3. That is how it gets played. We aren't practicing. It's their time to hold. Waiting with some specials on the line. We see a zip coming out, trying to take attention. Kronos over here in the freezer watching that recall. Has to be careful, though, as they all get wiped out by MEGAMIKE FANCLUB.
The synchronization.
That was exactly. I think just all the attention got taken. It was really hard to see everything.
And just like that, MEGAMIKE FANCLUB once again with a very, very favorable position here, holding strikes for the next approach, and they're popping him now because there's a Zuka from the enemy team. Ooh. All right. Right now, only one down from MEGAMIKE FANCLUB, but here comes the specials in the side of We Aren't Practicing.
Now, We Aren't Practicing is going to have to clear this right stacks if they want to hold the zone. Kronos getting a nice pick, but Goldie able to trade out their teammate there. Goldie's just living. This is what makes a gal annoying, and oh my goodness, is it paying off for them. Now we see We Aren't Practicing has the zone, but is in disadvantage. Goldie's taking that advantage that they have to paint up the zone. Not quite enough to capture it yet, so we're still in kind of a flippy-floppy state. It's anyone's zone. We see fights happening on right side, strikes coming out, lots of things happening. This could be anyone's neutral.
I am flabbergasted. Oh! All right, okay, there we
Kronos
go.
got scammed. Oh my goodness.
I was flabbergasted that the zone hadn't flipped yet to that point, but that is MEGAMIKE FANCLUB now in the advantage. So many things are happening at once. I'm not astonished because I know that these players are very, very good at the game. But I'm admiring the skill level of these players and just the teamwork that they present as a unit.
Certainly, and with 10 ticks left, We Aren't Practicing has to do something if they want to capture the zone, but with multiple down, they just can't paint it. Wow. MEGAMIKE FANCLUB showing just great oomph. Like I said, punch for punch, blow for blow. We Aren't Practicing punches really hard. MEGAMIKE FANCLUB punches even harder. The cycle continues.
Yeah.
One thing that we did see there, though, I want to highlight, Goldie on the gal, staying alive. That is like the most annoying weapon to be able to stay alive on. You have a splash wall. You've got whales. You cannot remove a gal from its place. They play their mechanics. They play their spacing. They play their positions. And, I mean, occasionally you scam the tent player.
It's going to be interesting if we see any adaptation on the loadouts, but they seem to, both teams are playing really well with their current setups. We do see a Forge Pro coming up on the side of, I believe.
That should be, We Aren't Practicing, I believe, yes. Has the Forge Pro. Yes. We Aren't Practicing in blue, MEGAMIKE FANCLUB in yellow.
All right. Right away, one down on the side of MEGAMIKE FANCLUB, but it is early in the game. Oh, very quick tactical.
Love to see those like 15-second coolers. Honestly, it just shows the mark of a great cooler player, able to kind of paint their resources out. But We Aren't Practicing, getting a nice foothold, able to try and get past first check. We're trying to look for the bridge. Booyah pushing the Dynamo out. They, MEGAMIKE FANCLUB is just not able to find a proper foothold. Bran getting Flora on the pro, able to fight even more, goes down, but they made some great picks to even get to that point.
I am noticing such an intense back and forth energy from both teams, not only within individual games.
And the tower's at 5 ticks. Sorry to interrupt, but like, oh my goodness. That was like about to knock out, and MEGAMIKE FANCLUB barely lives. I'm sorry, these next 3 minutes and 45 seconds are gonna be purgatory for MEGAMIKE FANCLUB. They're gonna have to work so hard One must imagine Sisyphus happy. One must imagine MEGAMIKE Fan Club happy, which they will be if they can find some way to get this lead swap here.
Like within this set, I am noticing such an explosive response from whichever team didn't win the previous match, and that is why we are having such a head-to-head series. I can't stress enough how much cinema this is. The fantastic pick by Nerd with the Dynamo.
Yeah, so much cinema. Sword getting a nice pick. The Dynamo shuts him down. Nerd is able to just control space very well. They're being forced to back up. Goldie, my goat on the Gal. Unfortunately, I don't like Gal. Staying alive. Kronos beams him with Azuka. Definitely volatile, but we're still in a 4v3. We Aren't Practicing has all the time in the world here. They can let them get as many checks as they want. They can play their resources, which it seems like they're content on doing. We don't see much pushing ahead except from Kronos with a big shield to kind of protect them as they move forward. Still, 2 go down from We Aren't Practicing. MEGAMIKE Fan Club can start a push here if they're able to. But it looks like they had to back up a little bit too much.
Back to neutral here as both teams regroup. However, MEGAMIKE Fan Club, I believe, has a Simcastery going on right now. A lot of specials being deployed at this moment, being pressured for both teams. And here's an opening for We Aren't Practicing to just cement their defense here and not give We Aren't Practicing, not give MEGAMIKE Fan Club any breathing room.
Yeah, and as we can see, a great offense can be the best defense. As we talked about last time on Tower, the defending team is going to have to undo all of the attacking team's progress. So with a 3v2 advantage, Kronos on the tower is able to try and ride it. We are at 1. That was so close to a knockout. The momentum did not carry it. MEGAMIKE Fan Club escapes death yet again.
They're still there.
They're still holding, but Kronos holds it with the shield, is able to push it all the way to a knockout. The third time was the charm for We Aren't Practicing. They were able to get a knockout.
They are
such a snowbally map. I'm just surprised we saw such a snowball from these two teams.
They are now on match point. They need to win one more, right?
Yes, one more. If We Aren't Practicing can take the 4th game, they will win this and be our LCS qualified team. They will be our representative from SeaBATTLE. So certainly, I think that We Aren't Practicing just definitely gotta keep their nerves in check. They do. That's the secret sauce. You heard it here first.
Potentially in the final game of SeaBATTLE Royale 2026, Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway. And let's see what these teams can bring to the table.
Same comps. Bran is keeping that Forge Pro. Looks like it proved him well. That Booyah was helpful. It'll be interesting to see which team goes for pop first, as the team that gets the pop will have the paint advantage and a special advantage. And it looks like it goes for MEGAMIKE Fan Club. Stamper and Gal and Bucket pushing left side immediately, trying to find picks. Is able to find. That's a trade, so we're in 3v3. Cooler coming out. This is going to enable MEGAMIKE Fan Club to fight even faster and look for more trades. Unfortunately, Ricky, with that bucket, was able to prove a nice defense. We're seeing Kronos and Bran getting a good pinch, and I think they found that pick. Strikes are ready. We are going on left side, but not able to. I think that was Chudmaxer on bucket who was mostly able to shut that down. It is now exactly. Now it's the counter push for MEGAMIKE Fan Club.
All right, finally a push past the 98 mark. But this is what I mean with this game mode, is this map mode in particular is very cinematic. Everyone is involved in the action here. Everyone is making something towards winning. And once one of the team collapses on the other one, it just leads to so much. Are they? Okay, they're in a Rainmaker freestyle. Okay.
Kronos.
They managed to make a run for
Kronos
it.
finding a breakaway. Almost able to get the check, but Goldie on the Gal, able to shut them down. And Nerd keeps the space. He's like, you may have taken out my tent, but you surely will not get past me. And we're back to like neutral advantage. However, We Aren't Practicing has the momentum. Took another pick. They're just waiting for the perfect space to let them take the check without losing it immediately. Nice rollback from the Rainmaker. I saw them almost run into the strikes. I might have died there on the strikes. So great to see, like, great patience from them. They still have 40 seconds. They don't need to move. But they may need to move soon as the Zipcaster is coming out. Gets canceled anyways. That is the check broken for We Aren't Practicing. They've got the momentum. They're going to keep this going.
And with the tent available here, they have a very good chance to just... Oh, never mind.
And then we see MEGAMIKE Fanclub's response, which is, no, you shall not pass. It's just the blow for blow we've been talking about this entire set here. And Goldie over on this left nook trying to find a pick. Isn't able to go with anyone, so just pulls back to hold the space here. Whales coming out. Goldie grabs ties to a suction bomb. They will not be starting their push there.
I am... So many gears turning in my head. This game is beautiful. Alright, Goldie grabbing the Rainmaker here. Is that the correct length? The 52 gal? Grabbing the...
I think it is, because they've got a Dynamo. They've got a lot of paint already, and you want your two Slayers to be able to protect the Rainmaker, protect the President. Okay. And Goldie's already shown, like, a great deal of staying alive on Gal, so I know they can do it on the Rainmaker. With 20 seconds on their timer, they're trying to run back. The tent is chasing them. I don't know if they're going to be fast enough to keep it. It looks like they are. And just MEGAMIKE Fanclub is just shy of the checkpoint break. We're now in a 3v3 state. Both teams looking at mid. This is
a minute left.
Exactly. Minute 15 left. MEGAMIKE Fanclub needs to break check if they're going to get anything done. We Aren't Practicing. Ideally wants to get a little bit past check. Yeah, I kind of want to bring it back to the cinematic thing you were talking about here, because this map's so closed in. Every paint, every shot, everything really just kind of collects itself and matters as you're kind of funneled into the sides. Ooh, we see the Zip living and a trade with Nerd's Dynamo. With the last 45 seconds, Kobolent, take us out.
Oh my goodness. We have MEGAMIKE Fanclub making another push for it. They took out the tent. They are setting up very well on the left side. There is pressure coming up to them, but they are also keeping their distance and staying safe. Here comes the tactic cooler, and the tent is back. There's so much pressure happening here. It's claustrophobic almost. There's so many specials happening.
15 seconds left. I'm not sure if there's enough for MEGAMIKE Fanclub to even get to Rain. We're going to have to see someone rush and get a pop. But with it mostly colored yellow, no members of MEGAMIKE Fanclub near, I think this will be a game for We Aren't Practicing. This may close out the set. And that is game. Here we have our champions for SeaBATTLE Royale 2026. We Aren't Practicing. Hoo boy, I think we all have to reconsider how we play Splatoon. Maybe we shouldn't practice.
My goodness, that was one of the hypest sets of Splatoon that I've ever watched.
Both teams trading blow for blow with each other. Just really kept it amped up, but when push came to shove, we saw the stalling game that We Aren't Practicing tried to do on Scorch Gorge Rainmaker, and then they fine-tuned it here. They were able to... I see, like, they didn't take it to a specific stall position. They just kept the space, because at the end of the day, that's all you need.
Yeah, at that point, it's your game to lose. So it's better to stay as safe as possible. Well, of course, not giving your enemies a chance to regroup or gather resources to push you back. But it's such a beautiful game.